So, for those of you who don't know, I've been spending quite a bit of time on Abaddon, which is the last room of the Solar Purgatory. A really hard map. So, to take a bit of a break from that, I've decided to do some SJ Silvers. It's always good to have something a bit easier to do on the side. Really helps me not get burnt out, stuff like this. So I'm going to take this as an opportunity to just yap about stuff with some random Deathless gameplay going on. I'll try to explain a bit of what's going on, especially this map. This map is above the city, and it's a dashless map. Yes, my hair is red, I do not have a dash. What you do have are these double jump crystals. What I'm currently doing is abusing the fact that they respawn to let me get like 30 spare jumps. Each of those little dots represents one extra jump. This will take a while. I would speed it up, but I do want to submit this to Goldberries, and I don't think they allow speed up. So you're going to have to just watch this for a bit. But yeah, I'll be doing a few of these every now and then. Depending on how long it takes me to beat Abaddon, I might be doing quite a lot of these. Something happens a bit of an extra break that I thought I might as well record and upload. Anyway, now that I believe I have about enough jumps, I should be leaving soon. Right? How many jumps did I get? I genuinely don't remember. Surely we finally have enough jumps here. I think I leave, yeah. Okay, so now we get some fun, what is practically infinite jump gameplay. By the way, note that this is in no way at all intended, and I will be using these jumps to skip as like a major section of the map. There's a section in this map in the middle where you're forced to take a few side paths to get some touch switches that unlock the actual way up. However, if you have a lot of jumps, you can just go straight up and skip a lot of the room, or a lot of the map. It's a very mazy map. I didn't really like it the first time I played it. I still don't like it that much. But you'll see here, I'm actually starting to run out of jumps a bit. I probably should have taken a few more, is what I'm starting to realize now. Because I have enough to get to here, but now I'm out. So you'll see on those sides, those little touch switches, you're meant to go to the left and to the right here. Now I didn't have a plan. A lot of these I'm not practicing, I'm just going in. So I came over here, like, oh okay, that doesn't respawn. I guess I'll have to do it intended now. So here I'm playing the rest of the map normally, I guess. Sad. Anyway. Ooh. Wait, that respawns. Ooh. It is a lot harder to get because you need to use stamina to get on top of it. But I can simply room transition back. And even though it takes a lot of extra jumps to do that, I am still gaining net positive jumps. Because it takes like maybe 5 or 6 jumps to get to the other side, or to get back. But I'm getting like 12 or 13 every run, so this is a positive elixir trade if I've ever seen one. And again, this is completely unplanned. I have not played this room in like a year, so I'm just doing stuff and seeing if it works. So I'm going for one more round and hoping that should be enough jumps to get me all the way to the end. I hope it is. Mostly because I do not want to play this map from the beginning again, because I know it's going to take another 2 or 3 minutes just to get enough jumps, because I didn't get enough last time. And this map isn't particularly fun. I'd give it maybe like a B, maybe even C tier. Yeah, here you can see me using absolutely all of those jumps to get to the top here, ignoring the intended way. And then I get a dash, and I die, but it doesn't actually matter because I collected the silver, because they collect immediately upon heart, which is really nice. That time I actually get it, which is better. But I got the silver the first time, so even though I died, it doesn't matter. But yeah, I'd say that's like a C tier map. I don't mind it, but I just don't like Deathless in general. So here we have the second map, A Gift from the Stars. Not one that I like very much. It's a puzzle map, so if you want to use this as a solution thing, you can. I believe what I did was intended for everything. I solved most of it on my own, though I did remember a few things from the first time I played it. I would give this a D tier, because it is a really hard map to understand. It's got a few cool mechanics in the way the puzzle works, but it's just never explained how it works at all. The first time I played this, I got so confused, and I know a lot of other players did too. I can see why it's here. If you like puzzles, it's great. I personally don't. I prefer knowing what the gameplay have to do is. But fair enough, for people who enjoy puzzles, I can see why they would like this. And I guess that's why it's here. That's why I like SJ so much, because there is so much variety that everyone can do whatever they want. Here in that room you saw the first, or the main mechanic of this level, which is that time stop crystal. Which, the way it works is it stops all time. So anything like touch switches activating, crumble blocks, move blocks will freeze and not activate. And time will only reactivate when you run out of dashes. So it has a lot of weird solutions on how to do it. We have to, in this case, freeze time down here, specifically not use that crumble block yet, activate the block, which doesn't start moving yet because time is frozen, then let it move, freeze time again. Now you can use the crumble block, come along, and make it to here, while not unfreezing time because you never ran out of dashes. And then you can make it to the end, and win. Every level's pretty much like this, where you have to find a way to get the touch switch and get to the end while time is frozen. So it's cool in theory, I just don't like puzzles. And to be honest, puzzles make for pretty boring silvers, because it's not hard gameplay, it's just knowing what to do. It just becomes memory. I tried to memorize it relatively well, so I wasn't just looking at a video and pausing for 2 minutes, which I believe I did pretty well. I did die a few times to just making a mistake in where to go, but this clear is pretty clean. Anyway, on to what I believe, yep, final room coming up. The room I just skipped there was a berry, so no reason to do it. This is a cool room, because you have these blocks that can make a staircase. But what you have to do, which is pretty hard to figure out, is use them twice. That time I let it reset, I don't trust that I can make that jump. I probably could have, but I don't want to risk it. All you have to do in this is you have to use this staircase twice, where you set it up and freeze time so you can get over there without dashing. And then you have to specifically not get that that touch switch yet. Do is you just come around, let time continue. I've collected some of the dash crystal. Then you come back and activate the staircase the other way, and then freeze time. Now that I have the other part of the dash crystal, I can... again, I decided that that was not a good enough freeze, so I'm resetting it. Yeah, being very carefully. I do not want to play this map anymore. I am sick of puzzle maps. So, now that I have the other part of the dash crystal, bang, I can get that. I can come up. Now I can get the touch switch and make it all the way back. GG. That is the map. And if I do a couple of ultras to get over here faster, I can enter a house and get the heart. That is 2 maps down. Hopefully the rest of these should be a lot quicker. Those were both very long maps. The others are a lot shorter and do more commonly adhere to the 5 to 10 rooms maximum. So this one is one of the greens, one of the first maps a lot of people do. It's pretty cool. It just focuses on these dash into to make them move blocks, which are pretty cool. They function mostly as intended. It's a pretty easy map. I mean, it's a green beginner. What do you expect? I'd probably rank this something like a solid A, maybe high B. It's a cool map. It does its job. It's great. It's got a cool mechanic. It's nothing that special, but it's fun. It took me a few attempts to get the silver because I just kept messing up like 1 or 2 specific dashes. But yeah, it's pretty short. Didn't fall down. I made it, and GG. That is, I think, the 3rd map done. And the next one is Collapsing Skyline. I died to the beginning like 3 times in a row because of all of these random falling blocks. Yep, that one in the lift got me. But I know it's there now. I dodged it. That one got me once, so just hype it immediately after landing. But once I got like relatively far, I just beat the rest. Again, probably would be better if I practiced these like at least once. I'm, however, not bothered to do that. So, yeah. This map's pretty cool. I like the way it uses swap, like the lifts. The lifts it does are cool, where you have to like dash in, come out, then go back in, dash, and then go out in the next level. That was terrible explaining, but you know what I mean, right? Like the... I'm not even sure if there are any more of them. Yeah, you know what I mean. I'm not really sure what to even say here anymore. I mean, a lot of this is just beginner gameplay. Oh, I mean, like these lifts. Yeah. Like you go in and then you like go down. And like, this, I really have to... There were so many better ways to do that, but... Yeah, cool lift. Anyway, a lot of this, and if I make more of these videos, is just going to be me yapping. Like more of the other ones, like with the summer vids, other hard list maps I do, or the mouse videos 90, they're more going to be based on me talking about what's happening, but here there isn't as much to talk about, so I'm just going to be yapping more. I don't know what about, like do a random commentary.
Well, one thing I did want to talk about is just the channel in general and what I'm going to do with it. Also, that block is so annoying to trigger. Make it fall without just dying. Anyway, back on the topic. Wanted to talk a bit about what my plans are for this channel long term. I mean, so far I've just been making a few videos, GG Silver, and I plan to keep making more videos. Continuing a bunch of these little mini series things I've started, whether it's the hard list, mouse challenges, this Deathless strawberry jam, and even maybe do things with other games. Celeste is the game that I'm probably the best at, but I've also played quite a bit of Hollow Knight, Minecraft, Pokemon, quite a few other games that I could definitely make videos about. Depends on what I think people would want to see.
Anyway, we're like halfway through this next map now, which is another like B tier map. It's called Forsaken City, which is the funniest pun in the entirety of Celeste. It's a mix of core and Forsaken City. It's pretty average. I mean, it's what you'd expect, just map with core mechanics and traffic blocks are there. That's like it. So I'd say this is about like a B tier map. It's not bad, but it's like I don't think it's anyone's favorite map. It does have some cool things, like this here, where you have to go down and then dash back up to get to the traffic block. This room's also kind of funny. You just have to be fast enough to get past before the things break. And it's a very short map. Here's final room. Clear the blocks, jump, and get to the heart. Yay. Okay, so the next map here is my favorite beginner map, and it's my favorite by a long shot. It's got pretty good music, but it also has really cool mechanics. It's a reference to the prologue driveway trap, that if my driveway almost did you in, and that's what it's got. It's got these moving blocks you can trigger by passing the white line, and you use the momentum to get through.
Really fun when I first played it as a beginner, because I mean going Yum is always fun. Like high speed is the best thing you can do in beginner gameplay, and using these traffic blocks and other moving blocks is a very good way to do it. Top tier map with top tier music. Like especially for beginner, where a lot of the maps can just get pretty boring once you're a lot better. This one's always fun. Anyway, I think there's only like 1 or 2 more rooms. Alright, this bit's cool. Go all the way around and then all the way back. I did die to that once by trying to hyper off that traffic block, so I didn't do it that time. And GG. Oops. I said GG. There we go. That did take way too many attempts. We don't talk about it. Anyway, from my favorite map in beginner lobby to what is probably my least favorite. This is Dropsel, which if you know it, you probably either really love it or really hate it. Personally, I'm on the hate it side. It's another puzzle map like Gift from the Stars, and it's based around moving these Kevins so you fit through these pixel perfect gaps. Yes, you could just try to jump in, and you can probably do the silver by just finding other funny setups. I did all intended as much as I could, but I just find this a bit of an annoying map. I can see why it would be cool for people. Like, it's a really cool idea. I just personally prefer my maps to be based on actual skill rather than puzzles. So yeah, I just don't particularly enjoy this map. I will give it some credit. Like, it looks really cool. Like, the aesthetic for it, given it's a puzzle kind of map, is done really well. And the puzzles are also really well made. Like, even though there aren't that many options, you'd think with only a limited amount of dashes per room and a limited amount of places you can possibly use it, they still managed to make the puzzles pretty good. Like, still being difficult, still being fun, if you like that kind of thing. This is the last map I'll be doing this video, by the way. It's the 7th map, which is exactly 1/3 of beginner lobby. So I'll be doing 3 episodes of this before I move on to intermediate. Unless I was choose to do beginner hard side golden, which I might. Also, this room is just really funny, because you think you have to ride that Kevin all the way around up the top, but really you're just meant to use your 2 dashes to just go across, and then you just make it. I think that room's really funny. This one's also, again, it has so many like red herrings and stuff. We're just meant to set that up there, and instead of using the Kevin to line up with that wall, which you can do with 1 dash from the beginning, you have to go around that way, and now that's lined up.
Well, here's final room, which is very big. Here's me just trying to remember what I have to do. So I practiced it like twice while watching the video. Also, you'll see there's some missing spinner textures here. I don't know why, it's probably just a bug. It's probably fine. But yeah, me just trying to remember how you actually solve this. I'm doing a pretty good job at remembering, to be honest. Didn't actually have to go back to the video. I thought there was a distinct chance that I would. But get that. Then bonk this over. Then collect that with a jump. And then bonk it back, and that is GG. Technically it's not really this is GG because it's like a heart room, but it's like completely not dieable. So GG, well played, thanks for watching, and have an incredible day.